All right, so welcome back to some more Satisfactory. Today we're going to be building a silica factory because I need silica for glass. My buildings involve a lot of glass. So we're going to do that right here. I've already kind of designed out the platform a little bit. I think I'm going to tweak it a little bit. I don't really think this is a big enough shape for a factory, so I might extend it out this way and over here just a little bit, and maybe even a little dab of it over here so that we have extra space for building more factory if we need to use more factory, because I think we need quartz crystal or whatever it's called for crystal oscillators, possibly. I'm not 100% sure about recipes and stuff, but I guess we should just get some walls up. Let's get some walls up. Okay, so I've put the walls in, and I know it's very blank and boring. It's just a giant white structure, but I did extend out that section over there a little bit, and I changed up this and I rounded off a lot more to make this back section look a little rounded. It follows the cliff a little better, and I think it just looks pretty good. I added this little box over here to the side because I think it adds a little bit more space, I guess, and I wanted a walkway over top of the track, so I built an extra building because I wanted a walkway, and I think the walkway looks cool going across. I left this big wide open gap right here because I didn't think it was worth filling in, because this is where the train stations are. So materials going in, materials coming out, yada, yada, yada. Whatever may happen, I added a door here so we can get in and out of the building that way. I'm thinking colors. I don't really know what I want to do for a color scheme. Probably a pretty dark color scheme, because I like the concrete plant. I built it with the color that's kind of like a concrete color, but I don't think a giant pink building, right, like to label quartz, a giant pink building is gonna look good next to the brownish gray building we have over there. So I think we're just gonna go with like a dark kind of like relatively the same color scheme as this building over here. We're probably gonna use some black and some brownie color, kind of like that, but maybe a little toned different so it doesn't look identical in color. So I'm gonna do some testing with that and see what I come up with. Okay, colored. So I went with like a gray color. I don't know, is this gray? I'd say this is probably gray. I went like a gray color on these two structures, and like a really dark gray kind of off black color for the base structure right here. And obviously I made the train station pink because, you know, it's got to symbolize quartz, but I think I'm gonna change that because I'm not much of a fan of it. I do not like this color that I've chosen though on specifically this wall, because it blends in quite well with like foundation that I have for where the track is. So I think I'm going to change this, and I'm going to change this whole base section, and I'm going to make it black, like jet black instead. And I might tweak the color of this just a little bit so it maybe looks a little better. And I guess we got to add like a roof and some structure and stuff to it. But other than that, I think this is not too bad. All right, and big progress update here. I changed the train station and I made it gold because I love the gold color. It looks so good. I added some decoration. Ignore the trains here. I was taking a picture for the thumbnail and I didn't remove them, so whoopsie daisies. But I added these light posts evenly spaced all the way down the side of the track, and I just think it adds just a little bit of detail. I added a barrier to this so it kind of just doesn't feel like an edge you could walk right off of. I did the same thing over here. Added some floodlights because why not? I added some structure to the little bridge thing here, so I added these little doo-doo-doo triangles, and I think it looks cool. I tried to do some sort of a gradient pattern on these. I mean, it looks okay. It's not bad. I did the same thing up here. I added like a little gradient, just some decorative thing on the top up here. Added windows on the building, windows on the roof. I decided to make this roof at angle because it was looking a little boring with all the roofs being flat, so I decided angle is a good idea. So angle we have, but I did add windows all the way around the building. Why is that pink? But yeah, we got windows all the way around the building, and I think it works pretty well, if I do say so myself. But I think it is finally about time we actually get some buildings and the factory part of the factory in here instead of working on the shell. So let's get some constructors down, because it's only constructors that we need. Wow, I'm lagging. So we only need constructors to make our quartz crystals and silica. So we're just gonna need a bunch of constructors to place down. So we're gonna shove down a bunch all the way through here, and yes, that should be cool. All right, we got buildings. So I don't think I'm gonna need a lot of crystal quartz or quartz crystal right now. So I just set up 16. I set up 16 of the machines, all set up to quartz crystal over here. And over here, obviously, is silica, and I don't know what there is, like 35 machines here or something. I just kind of like shoved them randomly, willy-nilly in the corner, and it seems fine. But we do need to actually, well, you know, hook them up to some nodes. So from what I know is there is nodes right on top of the hill. There's two nodes. There's a pure node and a normal node on top of the hill. So if we just go up there and shove a miner up there, we should be able to collect more than enough quartz for both of these systems to run. So I'm going to do that real fast. But before we hook up all the belts and stuff, I actually went ahead and built the belt. This is, how am I up here? I'm literally floating. I went and built the control room instead because I completely forgot I was doing the belt. My bad. So I decided to shove the control room up here because I didn't make a giant glass box. I know, I broke the rule. The rule of glass box control rooms. We got this one up here so we can look out these windows. We can see the train station, see that trains are working. We got all the power switches. I'm missing a power switch for the miners, which I think I'm going to shove that right there and then run that all the way up the mountain up to where the miners actually are. But we got the priority switch, which is all set up in group 6 right here. In our priority group system, we got the main switch, light switch. This one's for whatever the heck these two systems are going to be. But now, this time, I promise this time we'll do the belts. I lied. Haha. I'm not stalling doing belt work, I swear. I hooked up all the whole system up to the power grid, so now it's actually connected. It's just wired up over into that tower over there. And then obviously I connected all of the buildings and stuff to the power grid as well. So all the buildings are now functional and ready to be used. Belt time. Okay, as promised, I did the belts. It actually wasn't as bad as I thought it would be. Frozen. I'm fine. So I brought the belts jankily down the mountain right here, as you can see. I just love the sound of me hitting the window. I just came down the mountain, right up in here, shoved them in here. Boom, into the buildings. There's not much to it. It's just connecting up. But here's the output for the silica, and here's the output for the quartz crystals. I got it right this time. I also connected the miners up. So actually, I lied. I have not connected the miners up. That's what I'm going to do now. We need to actually connect up the miners and essentially see if the factory works. I hope it does. It should, but we're going to find out real quick. Okay, so with that hooked up, I should have... Yes, we have stuff working. I think it's working. These all look like they are producing. So far, so good. Yes, this belt line seems a little empty, but it's just because all of the materials that are coming through here kind of have to loop around and then they split off in two directions. As this like backlogs, it'll loop around over there. Why are these not working? Why do you not have, are they not hooked up? No, the belt is so tiny. How do you expect me to reach in there? Hey, get off the ladder. Stop. I don't care. It's his future Plinko problem. I don't want to deal with it right now. I think that'll do it for this factory. I think it's done. I forgot I wanted to make a staircase going up right here. Why am I running? But yes, we got all this space over here if we want to expand, which we might. Who knows? But I think that will do it for this video. It's a little short one. Short but sweet, you know? It's what everybody says. Everybody likes short but sweet videos. It means you don't have to sit here for 20 minutes and watch me ramble on about why nothing is working. So get 8 minutes of everything coming together. So I hope you enjoyed. If you did, leave a like, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you in the next one.